unfortunately just responded he's still traveling, he's not gonna make it back here in time, so we really do appreciate all that he's done for us. Brian, you wanna say something?
Yeah, I would, but I don't want to be too wordy, but when I mentioned to the trustees about Sue, that was prior, about over a year ago, about she might be retiring. And they go, what? And you know, it's like, we knew you retired a while back, but you came back and she stepped up to the plate to give me a hand for the last 7 years. Well, then in the meantime, Stu announced his retirement there at the beginning of the year. And then we had Mike Wheeler also. So we had 3 people with the township here that were going. But I personally want to say thank you to Sue Pirro. Sue, I remember the first day I walked in here and you said, oh, what it is this. And I looked at it and I said, well, yeah, that don't look too hard. And then I thought, well, my business background, I thought it won't be too bad, but government is not like business. It is nothing like business. And Sue was there for about 3-4 months training me, helping me through the transition. She then did do her first retirement, but when I was in need of a secretary, the phone rang and Sue said, hey, Brian, you know you can hire me to be there. And I didn't bat an eye, and she's been here for the last 7 years. So she's been over 30 years total. And I want to thank Sue for your dedication. I know I teased some of your grandkids here earlier about it makes it easy doing passwords in the computer because we got everybody's bits and pieces of names and something. So I kind of got to know everybody through that way. Sue, I couldn't have done it without you. I know.
I think it was left in good hands too and used.
Thank you. If you get a chance to talk to Sue, I know a lot of you know the history, but Sue was a part of the fire station and all that. She was a part of this facility. She was part of grants left and right. Yeah, it's kind of a sore thumb sometimes when you talk about annexing, with the big crowds that came up here for those big meetings and things. But one thing I knew when I went through all the records is Sue's name was on everything since back in the 90s. And she was a part of everything through the history of Osnaburg Township. And I thank you, Sue. And part of that, I think I got these plaques laying up here where they're laying at. On behalf of the trustees and I want to give you this plaque of appreciation.
Thank you.
Right? Thank you. I'll move on to my next guy. Stu UNKEFER. I don't know if a lot of you knew Stu worked here back in the 90s for a time frame, and with that combination of where he worked here the last 13 years, he had almost 14 years of service to the township. You know, being a friend and fishing buddy all our lives since we were kids, it's kind of a bite that he's retiring before me. Even though I got him by a couple years, but it's kind of good. I'm glad he can enjoy that time. But Stu, I want to thank you for your service. And we got something here for you. I appreciate what you've done for the township. We have one for Mike Wheeler. He wasn't able to come tonight, but we'll get that to him. And he has just over 5 years of service here. And I know that I really appreciated when I heard Stu and both Rodney say the knowledge he's brought in here with the things that he was able to engineer, make, custom. He understood equipment, boy. And he helped out. I know Stu and Rodney had a lot of decision making that saved the township a lot of money when those decisions had to be made. And with that, I want to turn over to Brenda about.
Sure. I just want to introduce Rodney, who will be is our new road superintendent with Stu retiring, and Josh came on board to take Rodney's place. So that's our road crew. And then Mary, where'd she go? Mary, our zoning inspector, is actually picking up more duties and is gonna cover some of Sue's duties. And then Brian will pick up the rest. So that's our crew here that, if you're looking for any of that, between that. Cliff or Randy?
I've got something real quick. I'm sure Randy's is a little longer than mine. So I'm still the new guy around here. I've been here a few years, but I appreciate Sue and Mike as well. It's kind of a unique business to be in. You don't meet a lot, and you bank on the people that work with you to be good, honest people, and we have that here. And so I appreciate that with the trustees we have in place, and Brian, and especially Stu and Sue. Thank you for all your work, because you have my back when I'm not standing next to you, and I have yours when you're not standing next to me. So thank you for that. I appreciate you guys very much.
Well, all I know is I was pretty small whenever she started. I remember coming up to her neighbor's grade in the parking lot. And I just heard lots of things about the township the whole time I grew up. And then my dad was a trustee, so I know my mom did a good job. I think she took on quite an undertaking when she first started. It was a little bit of disarray. She got it turned around good. And so finally I decided I'd run, but appreciate you for all you've done for the township. And Stu, I've worked along with you a lot of years. And I don't think you'll find anybody that cares for the township more than Stu did. And he'd do about anything for a resident, unless they yelled at him.
That never happened then.
He was always there, always snowstorms, whatever. He was always out checking or making sure stuff got done. So.
Yeah, concerned about the roads.
Thanks.
And Tom, remember you guys, and I don't remember who else used to come to the meetings, because I didn't get any training, and you guys used to try to talk about who could help train me.
Jump in and figure it out. Just don't violate too many rules.
I just want to thank all the trustees that, hired me on and kept giving me a job every year just to hire me. It was nice to come back here and actually work in the township that I grew up around all my life. Worked a lot of different jobs, but right between farming and this was probably my best 2 jobs ever, especially working here, being around friends and family and everybody all these years. It was nice, having Sue around. I remember her being here when I was here back in '93. She's kind of always been like a mom to all of us here. Christmases and birthdays, she's always baking something, bringing something in for us.
Stuffed mushrooms.
Oh. Yeah. I'll find out what day she's gonna bring them. Show up for that day. But no, I appreciate having the job. I appreciate that man right up there
Thank you.
that got me this job. Came to me and asked me if I wanted to come back, and I wasn't sure about it. When I did, I was happy I did. But then when Lee left, and I didn't really want to take the position, he had to kind of talk me into that. Come over to the house and sit down and talk with me, and I'm glad I did it, but he's taught me a lot, about the township and what it takes to run one. I'm glad he's here helping run this.
You're being nice, Stu. You should say how many times he slapped your hand. You didn't like what you did. Next.
Get ready. Get ready, Ronnie. But had a great crew of guys that worked for me. That's one of the things that made it so much easier all these years. Having everybody. That guy right over there, he got us out of a lot of sticky situations over the years, and he's still working for us, helping the township. John Parker.
Well, the one thing is you don't get rewarded for the good. But as soon as you take something
I'll tell
bad,
you what,
you
he's always jumped in and always helped out and got us out of sticky situations. And help fix stuff at night, in the middle of the night. I appreciate him, big time.
Hey Randy, I didn't get a chance to talk to Stu ahead, but I'm sure he's willing to come in anytime, Joe, he's 75.
Chief, so everybody leaves here.
Walk.
Yeah, it's kind of like milking cows. I was almost depressed when I quit milking cows, and I left here because I had bought time, and all of a sudden they weren't gonna let you use the bought time. So then I resigned, and then when the position opened back up, I came back.
You just didn't have enough yet.
Well, with that, I would like everyone to enjoy themselves with the food that's brought in. Randy, you guys want to get the cakes cut up there, and please help yourself to the coffee. There's water in the cooler, and enjoy meeting your fellow residents and friends.
Terry said blessing.
Yeah, here's one say blessing.
Father God, we thank you for Stu and for Sue and for Mike and the good work that they've done over the years and the friendships that they've helped to build and the community spirit that they've fostered. We thank you for this occasion when we can honor them for their contributions. And we pray for the ongoing work of the trustees and the township. And we just ask your blessing on these refreshments and this little time that we share. And ask it in Jesus' name. Amen.
Why wait then?
Nice to meet you.
He was honking like crazy. I'll go to the South Lake and honk.
About 6 o'clock somebody did.
Trying to wake you up, Stewie.
All right, see you, bud.
Are we on, Brian?
Okay, I'm turned out on, let me get this on.
Right.
Okay, we're up and running.
All right, welcome to the February 23rd Osnaburg Township Trustee meeting. You're welcome to stay or enjoy yourselves or leave whenever you'd like.
Have another piece of cake.
Yeah, have more cake, more snacks as we celebrated 3 of our retirements from our township. With that, we're going to stand and say pledge to the flag and a short devotion. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You bow your heads. Dear Lord, we thank you so much for the wonderful employees we have. And those that are retiring, we bless them as they go on with new ventures and be with our current employees as they work to keep our township safe and strong. Help us to make wise decisions for our township. Amen. Okay. It was a nice reception for those retirees and I enjoyed seeing everybody again. Have you guys had a chance to go over the agenda?
Yeah, I need a short executive session, right before roads.
Before road?
I've got something to add to fire, but that's all.
And I have one thing to add to new business. Okay, anything from you, Brian?
No, I'm good.
Okay, with that, we'll move on. And the minutes from February 9th. Have you had a chance to review those?
Trustee Varian moves to approve as presented.
Trustee Pure, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, with that, the treasurer's report from February 23rd. Have you had a chance to review that?
Trustee Pure moves to accept it as presented.
Trustee Varian second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And it's time for public speaks. I don't think there was anybody signed up. Was there someone who wanted to talk, say anything? Okay. Welcome Josh in our audience today is our one of our new employees here pushing snow for us and such. So nice to have you here, Josh. All right, we're gonna move on to the fire report. Chief Ruskin.
Okay, just have a couple things. Firefighter, paramedic Abdul Catchings, turned in his resignation letter, effective March 5th of this year. He took a job, full-time firefighter medic job down in Dade Fire Department.
How long has he been with us?
Not long.
We figured about 16 months.
Did we train or no?
I just got his last name fixed.
Do we pay for
Did
training?
we pay for training? I probably should ask it that way.
No firefighter or paramedic training.
Okay, all right. Trustee Varian moves to accept the resignation of, can you help me with the name again?
Firefighter, paramedic Abdul Catchings.
Thank you. Effective March 5th.
Correct. Trustee Pure, seconds.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The battery backup for the computer in the fire chief's office is something's wrong with it. I don't know if it's just too old, but it's just a steady tone whenever.
That's just the battery backup for your, it's like a USB port thing that everything plugs into it. Yeah. Those usually run anywhere from 90 to 120 bucks. We can get them through Staples. That's what we get them for in here if you want us.
Would you mind ordering that?
Yeah, I can order.
All right, Trustee Varian moves to purchase a backup battery for the fire chief's office, not to exceed $200.
Trustee Pure, seconds.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, there was some outstanding billing accounts. Chief Parker went through these and
Here they are.
She had given me that, names. Let me just make sure what I'm looking at here. There was actually 6 names on here. 2 of the names, with talking to Amy, these 2 that you'll see that aren't marked, you'll see why.
Okay, yeah.
The ones that say yes are the ones we need to turn over to collection. That's what we need to, usually you guys do a motion for that.
What about this top one here?
Yeah, it's these 3 right here.
What's this top one?
That one's no, that's a no. Yeah, no, yeah.
Okay.
I have that copy too.
So Trustee Griffith, a motion to turn over 3 names of non-residents that were served that have outstanding bills with us. Our residents are covered.
Trustee Varian second.
That's it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So does Ohio Billing, when we give them the motion, does Ohio Billing handle it from here?
Yeah, what happens is right now, you guys did the motion, then I go to Sue and to Mary and we submit that to High Billing and then they turn it into the collection.
All right.
And then
Section.
that's where they would decide if they're gonna make payments or collection will go after them.
You're gonna go to Mary now because Sue's retiring.
Well, she's still in there. I don't know if Mary ever had to do that yet.
Not yet. It'll be
Yeah,
a good learn.
because Sue will be here till March 13th, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the calls, since the last meeting, we had 31, 22 ALS, 4 BLS, 4 fire-related calls, and 2 mutual aid from HILLVALE Township. Both of those are for second squad calls.
Seems like there've been a lot of fires, just
Yeah.
not maybe our township, but in the Stark County
In
area.
Stark County, there has been.
There's been a lot of structure fire. So that's what I've got to add. So this morning, Osnaburg was on the Louisville structure fire right there by the elementary school. Enough of a fire that they closed the elementary school for the day because it was blocking the road. Multiple tankers on scene. But the reason I'm bringing all that up, a car, young lady on the way to school, on the way to work, hit our tanker, which we kind of giggle because it had the lights on. And it's a big red fire truck. She hit it. So her Honda Civic did not do so well. Our fire truck, I could not find where she hit it.
Yeah, just right here on the very back bumper.
Yeah. And then that's a good picture, but next to it is a whole nother dent that looks exactly the same. So to me, I don't know that we spend any time repairing it. We did call Brian. Amy Parker was on the scene, just call Atarma. We turned it in. It actually worked out in our favor that it was where they were pumping. So Louisville police were on the scene. The police officer saw the accident. So he wrote the report. He's going to send it to Tom and Amy. I happened to be in Louisville, so I went over and just checked on our people and everybody was good to go. So
Was the driver cited then?
driver was cited.
Okay.
Yeah, Lieutenant Miller is going to contact me when the report's done.
So
Okay.
I don't, like I said, that there's that dent and then right next to it is a whole other dent just like this from another day.
Did you look underneath? Make sure,
It didn't go underneath.
no, but I mean, as far as the mounts.
It doesn't look like there's any further
Okay.
damage in that.
And they were on that mutual aid for a decent amount this morning. I mean,
Yes.
they were pumping water for a few hours.
Yeah.
to get
But
that
in the
fire
future, if we find something because you turn it into a terma, then we're
out.
covered.
We've got to turn it in. So it's turned in. So everybody did the right thing. And our driver was fine.
Yes.
I'm glad she was fine. I'd be
So was
interested
the-
to know if she was on her cell phone.
What's that?
I said I'd be interested to know if she was on her cell
Oh,
phone.
the driver? Oh, I don't
How
know.
do you miss a red heart?
I think she
Flashing
was
lights
paying
and-
attention to the other 7 tankers all lined up pumping out of the fire hydrant, and I think she was paying attention to that because it was a party. I mean, she hit this fire truck among 7 other fire trucks. I mean, and everyone's lights were on. So anyhow, it happens. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay, let's move on to cemetery and Mr. Shear.
Okay. This past week, we had a burial and a lot sale at Kuntz Cemetery in East Canton. That was $1,700
I
for
don't
that.
think we had any lots left in there, did we?
We laid out like 30 or 40 more
Okay.
in the open areas.
Oh,
So there's plenty for sale there.
okay.
Sold one of those, did a burial. If I could get your signatures on these deeds for that lot. And same family, same cemetery came and prepaid some open closings. So that was an additional $975.
All for Coontz?
And I'm working with someone currently that's gonna buy some lots at Mapleton, so.
Oh, nice. Like, did we not usually sign 3? Was it just 2?
Just to-
Okay. For some reason I was thinking there were 3.
Can I have the bottom one?
Oh, all right.
Did you give it to Mary?
Mary, you're
Mary has to
signing
witness.
with the witness. Kind of get a,
Anything else for cemetery then?
I think we're good.
Okay. That's good, no money. Just money coming in. All
yeah,
right,
I got the sheet.
we are going to move on to road report. Mr. Ryan.
Well,
Oh,
let's
sorry,
go.
I forgot.
Trustee Bureau moves to go into executive session at 7:41 for personnel matters.
Trustee Varian, second.
Roll call?
Puro,
Yes,
Marion,
Yes.
Griffith.
Yes.
3 trustees and fiscal officer.
Thank you.
Are we on, Brian?
We're on.
All right, call the meeting back to order at 7:55. Roll call.
Who's making all the motions?
I made the motion.
I am.
Oh, no, they're doing the other ones.
Well, I want to make sure. I didn't
I'm
hear
just
that
calling the
part.
meeting back
I
to
didn't
order.
hear part. I didn't hear that part.
I'm just calling the meeting back to order.
Trustee Varian, second, the meeting back to order.
There you go. That's what I had to hear. Thank you.
All in favor?
All right.
Then roll call. Varian,
Yep.
Puro,
Yes.
and Griffin.
Yes.
Thank you.
You want to do them first?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
All right. With that being said, as everybody saw tonight, we had a retirement of our previous road superintendent. So I would like to make a motion to make Rodney Wyatt, who is our interim road superintendent, the full road superintendent now, with a payment adjustment to $26.50 an hour,
Effective starting.
effective starting yesterday.
Trustee Varian, second.
Do you need a roll call on that or not?
No,
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
And then I'd like to make a motion for Josh Jordan, our road employee, to move him to $24.50 an hour, starting yesterday.
And he, just a note that he finished his 90-day
90 days.
review and had
Right.
excellent reviews, so.
Trustee Varian, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Did you put that on his motion? For them?
I did.
Okay, that was our action from being in executive session, and we can report that we have a great road crew and they're doing a great job. Okay, anything else? Well, we got to do the road yet. You didn't do your report
No,
yet.
I did not.
No, you
Before we go to the road report, just for public forum purposes, the village of East Canton has asked the township to get involved with the Stark DD exit, which is kind of on the township and village line. What's happening is in this melting of all the snow, it's always been a really dirty part of the road, and residents have complained about all the
And
semis.
That's on 172?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, complaining about the semis pulling mud onto the road, and residents are complaining about it being very dirty on the road. And now it's the worst it's been in a long time. So Henry Boyle is getting involved. Mr. Pierre is getting involved as well. And hoping to have a meeting with Mr. Eslich and have come up with a plan. Mud is being dragged all
It's
over
bad.
the place.
It's really bad.
It's really bad. So I don't know if it's a road sweeper, if it's water, if it's more aggregate in their driveway. I don't know what it is, but we're getting residents that are complaining. And this is the second time it's come up in village council. And so Henry called me and I gave him to Randy, and so we're kind of working on it.
Where's this at?
It's the demolition site on
Just east
172.
of East Canton off
Oh,
172.
okay.
Just past the
Yeah,
one.
once every year. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
About
But it's-
Thursday, drive
it's
out there,
mounds
once
on
it
the side
melts
of
a
the
little
road.
bit, It's bad. I think it's because they're getting so close to the road,
Yeah.
in the back in there.
So that's just for the knowledge of the committee. So
Okay, so go on with your road report.
All right. Trustees have a minute to look over the road report. Any questions?
So did we get all the salt we requested then?
We did. All 300 ton has been delivered.
salted.
And now we've maxed our requirement, correct?
Yeah, I think 300.
We're on the bottom side of it.
But we
yes.
met our minimum.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
met our
we met our
minimum.
Okay, perfect. Depending on how we finish financially the year, we might want to consider getting more up to our max
Right.
based on the price that we're locked in at.
Mhm.
So we don't want to miss that deadline.
Oh, we have till August.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Is
we
it
got
August? I
plenty.
thought it was
Plenty of
July.
time.
No, it's August, when the contract runs out. The contract runs out July 31st, probably.
Okay,
Something
just
tells
check.
me it's going to go up again.
It is going to go up. That's why I want to get all we can get.
Right.
Okay.
Probably bet some money on that. Do we need any more grit, or are we okay?
There's no grit to be had until springtime.
Thank you.
But yes, we do need one.
Can't get it till spring.
I received a call this afternoon from one of the maintenance up to school. They'd like us to know if we're interested in hiring to do some Dura patching on some stuff on their parking lots. I don't think it's a whole lot, but
I talked to Scott Sanders
he's not.
a little
that's not
bit
who called
last
me.
year about this,
He's gonna bust.
and they have, their whole parking lot is asphalt. And when I went over and looked at it and everything, they really do need to have someone come in and crack seal that. It's got cracks.
Oh,
It needs crack sealed. I mean, that's what it needs. Yeah, we could put Durapatcher on it.
Well, I don't think they want you to do the cracks. There's some different potholes.
Oh, just a pothole.
Just
there?
potholes. What way I was explaining to me, yeah, we can't go in. and
Are
do
we
the whole
talking back at the new school or up at the
New
Smith?
school.
At the new school, there's potholes there.
There's
Not on the news part, the asphalt. It must be where, like going around door 6, there's some spots.
right.
Okay.
We could do cold patch there.
Oh, I told them we wouldn't, they're cold patching now.
Oh, there's
This won't be till May.
Yeah.
I said we don't fire it up till about May.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are we allowed to subcontract out like that, Brian?
Say again.
Are we allowed to subcontract out like that? Charge the school for some Dura patching?
We usually don't do it. You ask for a favor back to them.
we
Right.
we could charge them for
You could just
material.
charge them for the.
I
Okay.
shouldn't charge, well, we shouldn't
Yeah, I
charge
don't,
labor.
I charge them for product only.
If they put the right stuff in there, it won't come out. But if they're just gonna go down to, unfortunately, the only place around here is they go down there to,
I'll just call my
Central.
contact up there and I'll get we'll all meet up there here in the next week.
Yeah.
And see what the extent of the holes are and to make sure it's all.
Okay.
well, that cold patch that we got, we have tried it in a couple of places around the township, and it's holding up stronger than the rest of the stuff around the holes. It's actually staying in and not coming out, so. We tested a few more places because the fire department's driveway is falling apart. That's gonna be the next big thing we move to is the next warm days is we're gonna go repair that and see how it does on that, cause it's right as the hump where you start going up the driveway at the fire department, it's getting all broke out. And we're gonna use cold patch to fix all that, and if it can handle that, then it'll handle anything in the township.
Mhm.
And it's easy to work with. It gets harder over time, but kind of stays pliable, so. We haven't had anything that we've done with it yet pop back out yet, so it's holding tight.
Okay, anything else for road?
I have nothing else, but I'll get a hold of you and once I get, we'll
Mhm.
meet up there someday.
All right, let's move on to zoning inspector.
Since the last meeting, I had 2 permits. I got a couple more in the works that should be coming in here soon. Over on the nuisance side of things, got a phone call this past week about property over on Lisbon, right at Belford and Lisbon there. We had called about it before with junk vehicles and all that stuff. They also reached out to the health department. Health department's going to have to look at it too. For rodents and that kind of stuff. And there's some tires there that the health department's gonna look at too.
Belfort and Lisbon.
It's that farm, ain't it?
The one on Lincoln is getting worse. They're dragging a lot of stuff. When you start looking at that, there's a lot of vehicles
It
in
is.
there.
So
Yeah.
I asked Mary to look at the language we have in there on what we consider junkyards. Because when I was at the state convention, they've been able to deal with that based on certain criteria of being able to determine it's a junkyard now instead of just,
I'd say it's as close as you can get.
well, it depends on the language we have. And
Yeah.
if we may have to have our zoning commission working on making sure we have the correct language in there.
Maybe adjusting the language just a little
We might
bit.
have to adjust a little bit to make sure, and then that will give us some more leeway for those places like that that are popping up.
Do we know the owner of that property?
The one on,
The Lincoln Street one? It was the old Shaw repair garage. Is that the one we're talking about?
The one that's got the Schwann's ice cream trucks.
Yeah, a pile of vehicles. That was at once
Yeah.
Shaw's repair garage, then the Bowlings owned it for a minute.
I think they still do.
Okay.
I
As
think it's
far
the
as
house
I can
beside it,
tell.
isn't it?
I don't know if the house beside it's, well, who's bringing it all in?
I think it's all owned by the same people though, from
Okay.
what I
Okay.
looked up.
All right.
But that's not the only place. There are other places in the township that it's starting to do the same thing.
Yeah,
So
sure.
We're just gonna go back and review the language
Okay.
and see if we need to make some changes or not,
Alright.
whatever the law allows. And so our commission may have to take that on as a task.
Okay.
Because with that specific property, it's also zone business.
Yeah,
That plays into
Yeah.
it too.
right. Okay.
Over there on Broadway by the woodshed that was bringing in all pallets, had resident call with concern about it because they're bringing in more pallets and just concerned if they do start fire with them again because they had embers
Is it
on the
outside
property.
fires they're building?
Hmm?
Are they building outside fires with this?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not the woodshed, the other storage.
yeah.
It's the one?
It's not the woodshed.
But that's the same guy, isn't it?
No, it's his son.
So it's
Oh.
the
Yeah,
same
It's
family,
next to the,
But
Oh.
but the parcels are now split, I believe.
I
Yeah.
tell you to reach out to
Parcels
the
are
health
split.
department to see what you can do with it through them or air quality control. Because it might be a county issue, not our issue.
I told him I didn't think there was anything we could do, but I'd bring it up, so.
Yeah, take it, send it to the county and see what they say.
Property on Mitty with all the vehicles, we got a letter to the trustees regarding it. Before this letter came in, I did send a letter to the property on the 2nd of February, and I haven't received any response from them or seen any movement with the vehicles or anything. That first letter gave them till the end of the month to either reach out or set up a plan to get them cleaned up. That's just because there's a lot of vehicles on the property.
So they did send a letter in to us?
A complaint letter came in.
Oh, it wasn't a response.
No.
I see. It wasn't a response from Mid-A property owner.
No,
It was another, I got it. Okay.
Well, the 3399, that's the one with all the people in the back of the houses falling apart.
that is the one next to it that we were.
Have you guys been back out to the one with the campers and we were concerned about the,
We had not.
Okay. We were concerned about the quality of the actual structure, but yes, you've not been out there.
We haven't been back. He was in the hospital for
Okay.
quite a long time after
It's
that.
next to the house that we're trying to tear down, that one. Yeah.
That's the one that's 3491, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
The
What's
health-
the 3399? That's the one that we wanted to have.
Mhm. The one we want to tear down that we've been working on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the house beside it now has that camper back behind it. Is that what you're talking about?
no, 3491, I was just asking about the one, because last time meeting, we was worried about the safety of the medics going in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
The back of, he
Oh,
said the
yeah.
back of the house is
Yeah.
falling in, but
Yeah.
there's still people living there.
yeah.
The health department was out to that one. They said they could only take action on the outside of it and they couldn't find anything they could do.
Looked like they cleaned the outside up. Somebody did.
Yeah.
I know they talked to the owner. I don't know if it was before,
Okay.
when, but they did talk to him regarding it. But
And
they
the-
said if there's any other issues to reach out, they'll go out again and check.
Yeah, the other one that we want to have torn down, you're still working with the land bank. So we can see if we can get it partially covered through there. It still has the door up, doesn't it?
Last I went by,
I think the door's still shut on that where you guys
Yeah.
closed it.
All the
Yeah.
windows are busted out now.
Yeah.
We stopped there and looked at it the other day. Someone busted all the windows out of the house.
Oh, since you were there doing the door?
Since we've been there
Really?
and pulled the door shut, all the
Yeah.
windows have been
Someone's been
busted.
there since. That's interesting.
But the back of that one is falling in.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
it's collapsed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else on zoning? Oh, just a reminder, Saturday is the,
governmental law seminar.
the law seminar for those of us attending. What time does that start? 9?
9 or 8. I think
Okay.
What would you ask?
What time does that law seminar start?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
Yeah, 9 o'clock, 9 to 3.
Okay. All right, anything else on zoning? All right, we're gonna move on to Old Township business, and Brian, you have something on here from the tax attorney?
Yeah, we received that 5606 back from a deposit that we put down, that $500 back as a retainer. The township got reimbursed 5606. We received that, I just want to make you aware. The other part of the email from Aaron was, our attorney said that the 2 properties out of the 3, he still does not think we're going to get anything out of those 2 that he's been researching. And the third one, he still has a memo out to him. He wants to wait till he gives his final recommendation of pursuing any more or not pursuing. We have about $1,800 in trying to clear those up right now. And that's where we're at. He's going to finalize a lot of stuff so I can give it to you all, but we don't have that yet.
Okay. All right, we're gonna move on to new business. And the first one will be the advance of tax collections.
Yeah, trustees, every year I ask for a resolution that as the county receives property tax, they advance it to us as they go. It's kind of a yearly ritual that you do that. I just need a resolution stating to put the request in, to request the county to release that as the advances come in.
Trustee Pure moves to put in with the county to release the tax money as it comes in. Is that what you want?
Trustee Varian second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you.
All right, the next one on our list is Succo's Park, and I think you should have an email from
Yeah,
Bill
that-
Francis.
That was, Phil reached out to me the other day. The farmer wants to know about the 38 acres back in there. They want to sign the lease with the farmer, and the deadline, actually, he sent me another email today. He said, I told him I would be meeting with you all tonight. I said, I didn't think we're planning on doing anything in that back 38, 40 acres, but I wanted to verify it through you 3.
I think we lease it to the farmer, let him till it.
Yeah, I think we have enough in the top portion. We need to get
We got
signs
signs
up
to
and
work on.
benches
Yeah, we got other things
all
to
kinds
do.
of stuff.
I'll
I'd say-
email him and
I'd
let
say-
him know that you said go ahead. So-
Farm it.
Yeah, and if we could get a end date on that, when the release would end.
Well,
Does that go
I guess it
That's
would
yearly.
depend on when the crops get harvested, right?
Yeah, but the lease is only 1 year.
Yeah.
Every year.
I know, but I'm saying if the crops are off by November, and if we decide we want to do something, because it's not a full year, can we, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
I don't know how the lease is now. It must be like from this time of the year till next year at the same time, because his lease committee was.
It's probably, well, it would pretty much be January to January.
Yeah, just find out what the lease dates are.
Do you need a motion on that?
No.
No, as long as you guys are telling me, he's gonna go by me letting him know
Okay,
that you approve it, but you
All right.
want the dates. Okay.
I'm good.
Okay, you have something on here for the designee Otarma rep and
Yeah.
alternate.
Atarma asked for, I gotta make sure I say this right. We need to have a representative and an alternate representative to represent the township. I represent it as just doing the paperwork, but you need to have some people that, let's say there's a vote, Atarma's gonna do a vote in the future on a board member. whoever you designate as a representative would have that vote, to cast that vote. If they're not available, the alternate will. So that's all they're asking.
I can represent. Rotarma.
I'll be the alternate. You did it last
I
year.
remember the one time we got into that where the, they have a name like to vote on a board member. We all kind of unanimously, and we turned it in. I think this is their way of cleaning this up with everybody.
All right,
Because that person will
Cliff will
represent
be
the
the
township.
representative and I'll be the alternate.
Okay.
Griffith seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Stark County Regional Planning Annual Dinner. You need to commit so Brian can get it in. Do you know if you're going? Who's the rep right now?
I'm going, for sure.
Okay.
Randy's the rep right now.
This is on March the 11th, Wednesday, March 11th. That's the one they have at Tozzi's.
Yeah.
I think
Is it
all of
just
us
you or are
went
you taking
last
someone
year,
with
but
you?
Yeah, I'm able to.
Christie. Remember the one we went to last year at Taxi's?
Yeah.
You wanna go again?
Yeah.
All right, I'm bringing someone.
All right.
Her name will be
It's
mentioned.
$45, so you'll need to pay Brian for your extra. And then Randy will go, and are you going, Brian?
yeah, I would go to that.
All right, I'll make
You
a
say-
motion that we
So
cover.
all of us,
Are you going, Cliff?
Yeah, I can. I don't know if Megan's gonna go with me, but I can get
All
back.
right,
on
I'll
that.
make a
I'll
motion
be
to
there.
cover Brian, Cliff, and Randy at the regional planning dinner.
Except the.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Let them put that in right now. March 11th.
Stark Parks joint meeting with township and regional planning.
that's, I think, this is this one right here.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's dealing with Stark Parks, they have that joint meeting. I know sometimes
It
we
is.
go
It's
to
to
that.
review their plan of what they have out over the future so many years.
Yeah.
I have a conflict with that because I'm on the NRAC committee, so I can't do it. If someone wants to do that, they're asking for the public to preview their plan and give feedback. They have a meeting scheduled March 4th, 6 to 7:30 at Sippo Lake Park.
That's the week before regional planning, so I have to lead worship at church on the 4th because I got out for the 11th to be to the regional planning, so I'm out on the 4th.
That won't work for me.
Is that something you want to do, Mary, or not?
I can.
On March 4th? All right, I make a motion, we send our zoning inspector to that meeting.
Trustee Barry in second.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye. All right, the Stark County Health Advisory Meeting is coming up, March 5th.
That's the one you.
Yeah, what time? That's the middle, it's a day meeting, isn't it?
No.
No, it's
no,
7
it's
o'clock
in
at
the-
night.
God gracious. these meetings.
Last year, we missed it. We weren't there, and we have to be there. So,
Alright.
I believe if you can't go, we can probably ask our fiscal officer to go. One of us have to show up.
Brian, I can cancel what I'm doing the 5th and be there if you can't be there, Brian.
Are you able to go to that meeting on the 5th?
I can go to.
All right, I'll make a motion. We send Brian to that Stark County Health Department Advisory Committee meeting.
Barry in second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I owe you one, Brian.
All right. Approval process for the closing and reopening of the capital fund.
Yeah, trustees, I know trustee Pruitt wasn't there at the last meeting. What I want to explain, there's going to be some steps I need to do for the fire capital fund. It has $230,000 in it. When I went down to training this year, I had some conversation with both attorneys down there and the auditor and things, and there's a process I have to do. I just asked for a resolution to let me get that process going from all of you. I know I'm going to come back to you on something that I need a budget, because I'm trying to leave the money in the capital fund like it is now, if I can. If not, it has to go through a process of going from the 230 out of the capital fund back into the fire fund, and then re-put back into a new capital fund possibly. I'm trying to get it where I could leave it there, but then we have to write a 10-year budget of what we're gonna put in it every year moving forward. I know I talked to Trustee Griffith a little bit, my suggestion, but that money would come out of the soft billing side of it. So when the fire levy passed, that's the way I had wrote the fire levy to be able to cover all expenses of the fire department. And the soft billing would be where we could use for capital improvements, capital stuff and things like that. But what they want is a commitment on a budget. I know it's called to put it in reserve, like say every year it's 30,000 or 50,000. We have to commit to that and then do that every year. So, you know, I know after Tyler gave us prices on a fire engine, you know, we're talking $750,000 and stuff like that. But, you know, on a 10-year program at putting 60-some thousand in, you have 750 after 10 years. Now, I'd like to think we could get a grant or something, but the big thing now, I have to get this money taken care of because we're past the 10-year maturity date of the capital fund. We're actually at 13 years. And I want to do the right thing and getting it re-established
All right.
or renewed.
What's the first step you need from us?
What's that?
I don't think he
First
needs anything. He's just telling us he's gonna be coming back to us.
I just need a
We're gonna have to come up with a
resolution
plan.
So you-
to proceed.
If we decide to put this 230 in Star, Ohio and let it sit there, do we have to tell them that?
I don't know about putting it in Star, Ohio, but we'd have to definitely, it has to be all appropriated that way. I mean, there's steps to do
Yeah,
it.
this money has to make money. It has to.
Yeah, why are we?
It can't,
why aren't we?
it can't sit at two, I mean, even at
You're
40 or,
getting, just so you know, your interest on your 230 is going in the general fund.
which
They all
it
do.
can't, it's gotta stay in there.
Right.
We cannot take that money out of there and put it in other things.
And you can always transfer the money out of the general fund.
In my
too.
opinion, you move that 230 to Star, Ohio as quick as you can, and you come up with a plan to put 35 or 40 grand a year in over a 10-year run, and you're gonna be blown away at what that'll do at a 6.5% to 7% return rate.
Is that a motion?
Star, Ohio isn't doing that well, just so you know right now.
But over the last 10 years, it has.
In the last 8 years, it has. I got that information from the
It
attorney.
has, which this
But-
is, but
but
the
he
scary
said
thing is this,
This hasn't
Based
made
on
anything.
hasn't made
consumers,
anything.
Hasn't made a dime.
consumer sweep account, we were doing better. We would have, I think when I figured it up, we're about $4,000 ahead 2 years ago. And the way it all balanced out is that all this stuff about Star, if we're just doing that amount only, I never looked at it that way because I think you had talked to me about putting all this stuff, doing away with the sweep account and changing it over. That would be a big step because there's a lot of maintenance we have to do of watching the money flowing in and out.
I guess my comment is, I don't care if it's hits in Star, I don't care if it's hits in consumers. That 230 has to build on itself with interest. It cannot be taken out and put in the general fund.
But remember,
It's got
the 230 is levied money. You can't do that on levied money.
I have to go to a class because everybody else in the world does it. Everybody else does it. Everybody.
They put everything in, they put everything in the Star account, but then they don't have a sweep account like we do.
I'm not worried about Star, Ohio. I'm just saying
we
that
have to
every
make
other
the
fire
money.
department that I'm talking to has a capital fund that builds interest. That's the only way you can do it.
Depends where the money came from that goes in it, Cliff.
That's fine. I don't care where I do
If
not
it's
care.
levied money, it's different than if it's like say soft billing. If it's soft billing money, it's different. You could do that.
I don't care where it sits, but
Do
it's
we
got,
know where the
gotta
money
produce.
that's in there now came from?
Yeah, that came all out of the fire fund. The 230 is in there
Yeah, but
now.
what's to say, why can't we take appropriate money out of the general fund back into that capital fund?
You can. That's why I say you can make those moves. That's what I might have to do.
So at the end of the year, we need to be putting it back in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because it's getting swept, no matter where it's at, it's going through sweep, right?
It really, all it would be doing is saying, it's gonna go to our general fund, but we could say, hey, this should have earned $10,000. So we're going to appropriate 10,000 out of the general fund back into there.
Right.
That's all
Right.
we would be doing.
So what do you want? You want a motion for,
I want a resolution of a motion to get me to do the process of however, like I hear Trustee Barron's goal. I hear the goal is to get this back into a capital fund that's sitting there ready to go, whether it's interest bearing in the Star Ohio, or if we can change this around. I'll do all the research and all the things to make that happen, and then I'll come back and report to you. But we do need to have a budget wrote how much we're gonna put in there for this to be, it's called to be in reserve. You gotta commit
that's a good
that
idea.
we're gonna pull so much money every year for that. You can't just leave it sit there and draw some interest.
Yep.
You gotta do something
I
with it.
think the old one was what they used to do, 25,000
Yeah.
on the fire truck a year.
Every year.
Yeah, that's not enough though.
It starts building interest.
It starts building interest.
You might be surprised, yeah.
I think we need to do it.
Because I don't know that we're gonna buy a full, like I said, if you have to buy.
We're gonna have to grant supplement it. There's no way we're gonna.
All right, Trustee Puro moves to move towards closing the capital fund and in a process of reopening it and to get it into a new capital fund with interest bearing
Budget parameters.
budget parameters.
Trustee Barry, second.
All in favor?
All right,
Aye.
Let us know what you need from us on that, Brian.
All right.
If
We just
we're-
probably want to go wherever we can get the highest interest rate on it, however that works out. But I understand what Brian's saying. You can't take levy money and do that with,
you
but we
can,
can.
you just have to move it at the end of the year.
Well, that'd be general fund money that we,
Remember trustees.
Yeah, but we can tell what it is, what it
Yeah.
made.
yes, we can.
Always remember, levy money is supposed to be spent from year to year. It's not to be put into anything that has interest bearing unless you establish a reserve account for a capital fund. Once it's in there, which we're past the deadline on it now.
Yeah.
Once it's in there, you can establish, say, we're gonna put so much in, we're gonna put it in the Star Ohio, we're gonna do that. You can do that then. But it has to be all in writing and approved, because I have to put that to the auditor. Once it's done, then it's in there.
And my comment on that is if consumers is doing just the same as Star Ohio, I don't care about Star Ohio. I just want to see this 230 grow.
Okay, let's move on to the Stark County Township Association meeting, which is on March 19th. But since the county association went to meeting only 4 times a year, this is now also the Stark County engineer meeting, which we're required to attend that meeting. I don't know, there was an agenda. I don't know what else they're doing here,
Yeah,
but the Stark County engineer is definitely speaking.
It would be one where like Rodney would go. Rodney talked to me about Josh possibly going to see this process, because they want the road superintendents and trustees, elected officials to go to that meeting.
Are all our guys members of the Township Association?
I don't know if Josh is.
Yeah, we'd have to check to make sure that if he is or isn't, that might be a problem if we try to take him. But definitely, Rodney, you need to be there too if you can. They used to have a superintendent, road superintendent separate meeting, but I've not heard anything about that. So if you go to this meeting, then you wouldn't have to go to the other one. If they do have one, or you could. Sometimes do went to both, but. We do have to turn in RSVPs, so I've already.
I will not be there, I'll be out of town.
Okay, so Randy will not, I already turned mine in, but you may have to turn
I was
in.
going to turn in for Rodney and Josh.
Yeah, try Josh and see what they say, if they take it back or not. And Cliff, are you gonna be able to? turn
I
in?
can be there till 7 o'clock. Then I have to leave.
Did you get the email that you can respond to it? No.
I did.
They send you an email electronically that you RSVP through.
Oh, okay. I can go find that.
Okay.
It's right there on that, isn't it?
Yep, I'll use this to get back on there and RSVP. Yeah, I can go to the first part of it.
Okay.
Yes, I'll be there for the first part.
All right, and then I had one addition here, and I am asking, I'd like to meet with the village mayor Spencer to talk about some of their water issues and see how the township can help. So I'm asking you guys to appoint me to do that with him. I don't want to go there without.
Trustee Barry makes a motion for Trustee Griffith to meet with the East Canton mayor to talk water.
Trustee Pierce seconds.
All in favor?
Aye.
well, and it should be noted that Canton has made it clear that they would like to annex anybody that's receiving water from them. That's not just East Canton, that's anybody that receives water.
I heard right now Perry Township is the first target.
Perry
Yeah, if you
Township, Perry Township gave them a 10-day warning.
If you read this, it's in your packet, then you'll be educated. There was already issues with Perry Township. This is why it got the votes. Very bottom page, very bottom paragraph, first page, said, we've already been going toe to toe with Perry on the water. So it's an issue we gotta look at.
Well, I just
Canton.
wanted, that needs to be out there, why it's happening.
Yeah, so I'm gonna meet with him, and then what I'd like to do is get a work session between the township and the village if we need one. So we haven't done that for a long time, so
Okay.
we'll see how this first conversation goes.
All right.
Okay, with that, is there any other business that we missed?
I have none.
Okay, I'll take a motion to adjourn and pay bills.
Trustee Bureau moves to pay bills and motion to close.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. And help yourself to snacks that are still out before we clean up.
Thank you. Yep.
Thanks, Ron.
Brian, you get a piece of cake?
Yeah.
That's fine. According to the revised code. Interest and other income earned on especially funds such as those for levy checks and can be used for purpose for which the levy was authorized, like
So it's gotta be told that it can be.
use of funds revenue from special levy must be credited to a special fund for purpose for which the levy was passed, equipment,